What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Royal Diary of the House of Kelly. Yes, I go by Kelly for short. It's actually Kelly Windsor. So, we back. It has been a hiatus, and we're not gonna do a long season this time, but man, it's been rough. So, before we get into this episode, I am literally just rebuilding my life. I am rebuilding my life after getting set up by the FBI. Let me tell you what happened and what I am dealing with. So, when you make music, as you all see the stuff going on with the Epstein files and stuff like that, when you make music, you have to sell your soul. You have to do a sacrifice. So, naive of me to think that I could record music without being going through. I knew I would never sacrifice nothing and I would never sell my soul. What I didn't expect is for my soon-to-be ex-husband, Rakeem, to try to offer up a sacrifice and for him to try to sell his soul. Whew, didn't expect that one. Go close the door. Go close the door. So, go get in the bed. Phoebe, close the door and get in the bed. I just got back from doing her hair. Close the door. I just got back. She just got her hair done for school. But I guess I was kind of blindsided that my ex-husband Rakeem would try to offer up a sacrifice because he doesn't have talent. And there's the difference between somebody can sing, but that doesn't mean that they're talented. It's a whole lot of people in church that can sing, but they're not talented. So I was blindsided because my ex-husband, Rakeem, tried to sacrifice me and my daughter, Rock. And I just didn't think that that would be possible because he doesn't have talent. But I learned the hard way that people can do sacrifices, which this must be new. They can do sacrifices for influence. And how they do a sacrifice for influence is that they, like through domestic violence, they try to make it seem like a dog is always involved. I'm going to tell you that. The animal dog, when someone's trying to set you up or sacrifice you, is always involved. And so basically how it happened is I was putting down snake repellent because we lived in North Carolina and I had a baby at that time. And so snakes were getting through the crevices. All of a sudden, the neighbor who was a former Marine, close the door. Goes to the property manager. The property manager lies. They say she's a pathological liar. They start lying and saying I'm doing voodoo. Mind you, they had the whole sacrifice set up. They had it all set up. They was getting ready to announce it on the news. Influencer has been shot and killed by the police. Her daughter has been shot and killed by the New Bern police. Baby, they was ready. They had the fake arrest warrant. When have you ever seen somebody get arrested with no bail, no bond, with only a promise to appear? That doesn't happen. The only way that you could have did that is you had to make a secret agreement, a secret oath with the feds. So he was preparing to basically have me and my daughter killed, and he thought that he would arise into influence, and it did not happen that way. However, I have been forced. The life of a mother. Hold on. Sit down. Lay down, because it's almost time for bed. I mean it. And don't jump in the bed. However, I am now officially dealing with the repercussions of what happened. Child, the police was trying to shoot at my car. I'm going to show you my car. I had to let the car go. They was trying to shoot at my car. They was trying to kill me. They was trying to do everything. And it did not happen. They tried to kill me and they tried to kill my daughter. But you already know there is no way in hell. There is no way in hell. There's no way in hell that I'm gonna let that slide. I ain't threatening nobody. I ain't threatening. It's no way in hell. Anyway, so I have been rebuilding and recovering my life. And I, unfortunately, because it did not happen the way that they thought, I thought, you know what? I'm going to just rebuild my life. I'm going to recover my life. Boop. Guess who got an email from the Illinois Freemasons? They tried to persuade me to lie on R. Kelly and say that he had assaulted me and that I would gain notoriety. I said no, and then I got blocked from getting a job. Can you believe this? And not only did I get blocked from getting a job, my divorce got struck down at the Richard Daley Center in Cook County. So, right now, as you tune in to the Royal Diary of the House of Kelly, David Kelly, which, by the way, is Kelly Windsor, you are tuning into my diary of me rebuilding my life after I refused to sell my soul and say that the king of R&B has REPED me, because he didn't. Yep. Welcome to the diary. I hate the federal government. I hate the FBI for trying to kill me. And I hate the Marines for betraying me, bitch. Hey everybody, so I am taking my baby hair down. Her hair grew so much, and I'm so happy that her hair grew so much. I just woke up from a nap. Her hair grew a lot, so her hair grew a lot, and don't bird plum quick. So she about to get her hair rebraided on Tuesday after school, so she got to wear her little cute little natural bun, and then we get her hair redone. You like it? You look so pretty. Thank you, Mama. Turn so I can see, babe. Okay, Lord have mercy. You look so pretty. You know what's crazy about this whole R. Kelly thing? Y'all, I've been proposed to 2 times this year. It's nothing for me to get a man. I ain't capping. Recovering after all this BS has been rough, because sometimes I just be like on the bus, I'm like, I hate the FBI so much. Like, why did you send people to shoot at my car? Do you know what that happened? Like, it's just the like real racist petty stuff that happened. Like, so you really gonna send people to shoot at my car? Are you kidding me? So now I gotta wait 7 years to get a car because I'm black? Get on my nerves, bro. I hate this crap so much. I'm in a process of rebuilding my life after getting set up, but I just be thinking like, I've been proposed to 2 times this year, and I'm still married. Die with the pill. Baby, it's nothing for me to get a man. It's nothing for me to get a ring. I don't have child. It's nothing for me to get a ring. It's nothing for me, baby. Whew. My man better come over. I told him I'm on the schedule. You got a certain amount of time while I'm moving on. Anyway, so let me tell you something, right? Y'all know I'm dark. I'm dark skinned. So I remember growing up, there was a thing in the DMV that they didn't like dark skinned women. So it's crazy because now all these thugs want me because I'm dark skinned, which is crazy. So I was at the store. And I don't really show my figure, even though I'm super thick, not gonna lie. I don't show my figure because so basically what used to happen is on my blog, I used to have men writing asking me for sex all the time. So I stopped posting so many pictures because It was crazy. Like, and I'm talking about like all around the world asking me for sex. And they would be sending me voice notes on Facebook. It was all types of stuff going on. Like, men just begging me for sex. And so I stopped posting a lot of pictures because y'all just now seeing me, but I used to post a lot of bikini pictures when I was smaller. Child, especially when I was a stripper. Y'all don't know, God stopped me. Some of y'all, let me be quiet. But God stopped me for real. Because I remember when I was a stripper, they was trying to make me the head. They was trying to make me the headliner for the city of North Carolina. They sure was. And God, he'll break you down, because I remember when I was stripping, I was fine, y'all. Oh, I was fine. I was young too. I had this real like tight, sexy body. And they wanted to make me the head girl, the headliner. And I got so sick I couldn't walk. I got so sick that I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk. My back had given, it was bad. And so I ended up going to the doctor to find out, I need to get my braids redone, that I had osteoporosis. So God had afflicted me with my bones to get me to stop stripping because I wouldn't do it. And so that was a hard transition because I was making so much money dancing. I was making so much money dancing to follow God. And I ain't gonna say it, some days I'll be like, God, all I gotta do is go, dang. But it's crazy because now, like, when I'm out, so basically God tore me down. He tore me down because I wouldn't get off the pole. That's just the truth of the matter. So fast forward, I was in the stove and I had gel on. I looked different. And there was this light-skinned girl behind me. There's a light-skinned girl behind me. This is not no light-skinned, dark-skinned girls about none of that. But when you dark, you know that a lot of men are colorist. It's true. So it's this light-skinned girl behind me. And she just knew. She just knew they was going to compliment her. So I ain't paying her no attention. I don't really care. Men turn around, say, he look at me. I love your hair. You look nice. You should have saw her. Oh my God. You should have saw her. You should have seen her face. She looked me up and down, rolled her eyes, and I'm not gonna lie, because I'm dark, men, they used to do that to me a lot. They would be like chasing after the light-skinned girl. So because I'm dark, I just like, whatever. Don't be expecting nothing. And you like get a lot of attention, which is crazy, with no makeup on, I might add. And y'all should have saw her face. She was fuming. She was fuming. She looked me up and down, rolled her eyes. She was fuming. She was fuming. She was fuming. And I laughed. I said, thank you. And I turned and looked at her. Because I knew what it was about. Because I could tell by her demeanor, she looked like she just wanted to say, she just looked like she wanted to say, but I'm light-skinned. Like, you could just see it all on her, yo. I'm so serious. Like, she looked like she wanted to just say, but I'm light-skinned. He didn't care. He didn't care. And so that has been like the thing. I actually stay in the house because, I'm not gonna lie, when I be walking around outside, I be having men running after me. I'm not even gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. I don't even be wearing makeup. I don't be wearing no makeup. I just be out here just trying to hurry up and run errands. I be having men like busting U-turns, zooming, trying to get to me like, even this morning. It's early in the morning. Every day, y'all. Every day. They be honking, trying to get my attention. Can I please have your number? I'm begging you, beautiful. Like, all of that. Every day. But it had gotten too bad, which I stopped going out, especially because now that I'm single, which is crazy because I got married, one of the reasons I was contemplating marriage, I'm like, I'm getting too much attention. This because the Bible say it's better to marry than burn with passion. And I was getting so much attention, I was like, I need to go ahead and marry because even when I was pregnant, y'all, when I was pregnant, oh my God, it was terrible. And that's, you got to be careful what type of man you have too. Like a man that's a coward. Because when I was pregnant, I would have men like, man, you got a nice ass. While I'm pregnant, I'm walking, I'm hot. And here come these men. Dang, girl, you got a nice ass. When you gonna have that? You gonna let me get you pregnant next? What? Get out my face. Move. You know, and then I'm telling my soon to be ex-husband, because okay, I ain't gonna lie. One man who did it, I cried because I had like a lot of pregnancy hormones, and he yelled, y'all. He yelled in front of everybody. I was living in Maryland. He yelled in front of everybody. He had these purple Pampers. I'm pregnant. He was like, where your coat at? I rolled my eyes, and he was like, you got a nice ass though. I was like, I got a nice ass and I'm pregnant. Girl, that nigga that I was married to ain't do nothing. He ain't stuff for me. He ain't slide for me. He a coward. He a fight a girl, but he ain't gonna fight no man. A coward. So I had started staying in the house because, and they was just getting a little too aggressive in front of my daughter. Like, they would just be like, dang, I like the way your ass jiggle when you walking by in front of my kid, man. And I'm like, oh, nah, Ruth, we going inside. Come on, baby. I'd be like, sir, please. And he like, I'm just saying, I like the way you jiggle when you walk. And I'm like, oh my God, my kid is right here, dog. But they'll just be coming up to me, be like, they'll call me their wife. They don't even know me. They'll just call me their wife and be like, dang, you thick. They be like, God, you thick. And I'm like, I know. But it's crazy because I was trying so hard to lose weight. And it's funny because when I was in the Marines, they always used to say I was fat. But black men in the hood love my body. They love it. And I'm talking about them niggas on King Drive. They love me. I'm telling you. They love me. They love me. Especially deep in the hood in Chicago. I had to stay away from them because the women hate me over there, but the men love me. And that's been like a difficult thing too, because like being in the church, I was always the rebel, but I had to be because I went through a lot of sexual abuse as a child. So I was fighting men off of me. I was 5 years old fighting 17-year-old boys off of me because they'd be trying to abuse me at the church. And so I always had to fight. I can't believe that, but just thinking about it, like, imagine being this 5-year-old girl with barrettes on and some man trying to pin you down on the bed and holding your hair, and you screaming and kicking and punching him, and then you get a whooping after because this is the 17-year-old boy. And I mean, it was terrible, y'all. It was terrible, the stuff that I went through. But even though I was in the church, when I would be in the streets, the thugs always liked me. That's why they didn't want me around as a kid, because I would be having, now my memory is coming back, I'll be having gangbangers be like, don't touch her, because as a little girl, like, gang members always wanted me. And they would be like, I'm not talking about wannabes. This generation coming up, these 19, 20-year-olds, them fake gang members. But back in the day in Chicago, they was like 9 years old, 10 years old, catching charges for armed robbery. Like, real hood, like, straight gangbangers. And they would walk the block and they'd be telling me, come here, like, you don't look like no little girl. And I had nobody to protect me because I was 10 years old having 15-year-old boys telling other people that they claim me as their wife because of how I look. Nobody protected me. So I got caught up in some stuff in the streets in Chicago, kissing on these gangbangers. And so now being in the church, it's kind of hard to date because I think that the church men are weird. I'm being so serious. And they are. Especially when I learned from my ex-husband pastor, even though he'd throw up a fake blood sign, he's not gang. And he's really weird. And it's crazy because he would tell me how he used to go to frat parties and he would see the men, they would go into the woods and be kissing and dicking each other down in the woods. And he would just be telling me that story. But I realized that he was telling me because that's what he was doing in college, like getting dicked down in college. And I remember when I was pregnant, he told me he was gay. You know, he told me that he'd rather be with a man than go back to his ex-wife, April. That's what he told me. And I remember I was so ashamed and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. But it was always this rough thing in my dating life because these thugs, y'all, and they be having tattoos on their faces. Oh my God. They so sexy. They be having, they do, oh my God. They be having these tattoos on their faces, walking around with these t-shirts on, these chains, driving around in these BMWs, and I'm walking like, what's up? I'm like, oh Lord, help me, Jesus. Father, they the one who taught me how to fight. I ain't gonna lie. Growing up, it was gangbangers that taught me how to fight, and I was a church girl. I was in the church. They taught me how to fight. They did. I ain't lying. Them it was Black Disciples. They taught me how to fight when I was a little girl. I was around 5, 6 years old. It was the Black Disciples on Market Park. They taught me how to throw hands because I was this church girl. And I would be singing in church. And I don't know how they found out what was happening to me. But I don't know how. Because my memory, I think I blocked out so much abuse that my memory is really fuzzy because I blocked out so much abuse. But somehow, some way, people found out what was going on with me. And they was just basically like teaching me how to throw hands as a little church girl. And so ever since then, y'all, like dating has just been rough because I be trying not to date. Like I tried, y'all. I tried to date in a church, but it's just bad. Like they always want to compete with me, especially being a female, a veteran. Especially being a Black female veteran, they always want to compete with me. They always want to argue with me. They always want to arm wrestle. Like, nigga, I don't want to arm wrestle you. You know, like, you imagine just dating somebody and he just want to arm wrestle you. Because he knows you was in the Marines and he lying on you. He calling them. It's just ridiculous dealing with men in the church. It's ridiculous. And then being prophetic, they always want to, they don't want to have sex. They always want to, everything is a consecration. It's just competition on everything. You can't even have sex without them speaking in tongues. Like, it's just too much. It's too much. They always want to compete with you. You want to be intimate, and they be like, well, if they know that you're a prophetess, they don't want to have sex with you, or they restrict sex from you, or make it feel like sex is a chore because they feel like it's just too much. It's too much, and especially that mama's boy thing. You're not a man. You're too dependent. It's just too freaking much. And then when I get around the thugs, the one that got their own car, they got their money, they ain't doing everything right. But they handle their business. Right? They handle their business. And they be the main ones chasing after me. And I be like, Lord, you got to help me. You got to help me because I like that. You roll up here smelling like reefer with your voice all deep. Boy, you know I like that with your little fur. You know I like that. What's wrong with you? And they always come when I'm in a wilderness season. And that's the difficult part, right? I'm getting hot. They always come when I'm in a wilderness season. Like when I feel like God is pressing me to a new level. Here come this man with this BMW. What's up, baby? I'm like, oh my God. What you mean? What's up? You know, like that's the truth. And it's hard because even when I was living in Tuscaloosa, the thugs was helping me financially. You don't know how many men that the church would deem as ignorant or stupid or dumb fixed my car for free, gave me money to take care of my daughter, fixed my tires for free, was putting all of that stuff that they was doing for me were thugs. Were the rough ones. Those were the men that was helping me. But then when I get to the church, I'm dealing with all this sissiness and the men that want to argue with you and go back and forth with you because they want to prove that they can lay hands or shout back. Oh my God, don't even give me on that. Wait till you start shouting in church and the man sees your shout and then he start pretending to shout like he can shout better than you. Like, it's too much. But it's always been them thugs, like them gangbangers. And I'm going to tell you something. I can tell it now because I'm grown. But back in the day when they used to be doing drive-bys, I used to be lookout. I used to be a lookout because I was, oh my God, that's so terrible. So the people in the church will always be like, we're going to call the police on the gangs. We're going to do this and that. They didn't know that I was secretly dating one of them. So I'll be telling them, hey, you know they about to call so-and-so on this day and they coming. I ain't lying. That's how I always say, I never got jumped in. I got wifed in. For real. Anyway, so dating has been difficult because even now it's difficult because I just get so much attention. And I'm not saying it like I'm all that, because some days I just really don't understand. And I'm starting to realize that because men can't tell the difference, if a man, it was a natural born man, they're shying away from women who wear a lot of makeup and who wear a lot of weave and who wear a lot of fake stuff. Men don't be wanting that no more. They don't, because they can't tell your gender sometimes. So I get kind of surprised because it'll be a woman dressed like a baddie, and here I am, you know me, plain Jane, no makeup, got my hair braided, got these little tights on, and this little shirt with some sneakers, and I'm getting chased over her. And she looking at me crazy. I'm like, yeah, what's up? What you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's the truth. That's the truth for the situation. That's why a lot of females be getting mad. Like, she don't even try. Girl, I just be being myself. I just be myself. I spruce up nice though. But I don't know, y'all. Dating been rough because these thugs been so freaking sexy. Like, especially in Chicago, they got these accents, girl. Oh my God. They got these accents. They be having these little face tattoos. Oh my God, they are so sexy. But they not in. I be asking God to help me because that's what be after me. I ain't lying. I be just walking. Even if I got my Bible, I be like, I'm in church. This is where it get messed up, because I be at church and they, they'd be like smoking a reefer and they be like, call me at the church. I'm like, okay. And I know God, he be like, Diamond, if he don't want to give his life right now. I'm like, I know, Lord, I know. He's just so, God, he's so fine. But those be the ones that be chasing after me. And it's hard because now I get older, I don't want to be with a soft man. I don't want to be with a soft man. I don't want to be with a soft man. I ask God every day to help me. I'm like, you so freaking sensitive. Even now, I'm not going to lie, my boyfriend now, I don't know. Because I don't know. It's nothing for me to get a boyfriend. He just, I don't know, like, he just need a lot of attention. I'm like, nigga, how old are you? I'm just being honest, like, you need a lot of attention. And I'm not, I don't baby men. But when you're dealing with a man's man, like when you're dealing with a thug, they know that they're a man. And that's hard to deal with. That's the difference between dealing with thugs and people in the church. Thugs are not sensitive like a female. They're not sensitive. They're not always trying to cry. They don't need you to hug them all the time to affirm them. Like, nigga, I'm not your mom. You know? But with men in the church or they mom in the church, they always want to cry. They always want to cry. They sit like women. They dress like women. Tight pants like women. They paint. It's too much. It's too much. My man calling me. I had to layer up, y'all. We in Chicago, and child, baby, this time my baby be wearing her shirts. I had to wear it for Rue. My baby, she gonna put her little layers on. So I'm like, ooh, we gonna match. I've been going to the gym, y'all. Can y'all tell? Look, I've been going to the gym. I'm thinking about getting liposuction. I don't know, I had a consultation, but I'm going to the gym. I'm trying to get my back. I got these rolls in my back, y'all. Look, y'all see. But I've been going to the gym, so My man here, he said he about to get me pregnant. Bye.